Hi, Marie. Oh, you're in Liverpool. Your daughter lives in Lawson. We live in Lawson. And the Red Door's a great cafe. Is she on the south side or the north side? My husband went to school in Liverpool. So here we go with all the clivias around here. 2 minutes till we start. This section of the garden's all planted with bulbs. Hi, Judy. Hi, Chaz. Hi, Matthew. Did I say hi, Bronwyn? I think I might have just missed you. So here we go. What are these? Are these bluebells or hyacinths? I'm never really sure. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Rhonda. So at this point here, Lynn, we're around about, I want to say 90 kilometres. Lawson's about 80 from the centre of Sydney. Leura is one of the two main towns that the tourists traffic. Thanks, Judy. Hi, Renee. Yes, Leura is one of the two main tourist towns in the Blue Mountains, and we're sitting at just below 1,000 metres here. We're standing in the grounds of Everglades House, which is a National Trust property. I probably should wait till start time before I say all of this, shouldn't I? Hi, Carol. Daffodils. All right, let's head down towards the tulips and I'll get ready to start. Signs everywhere to be careful because it's so slippery on these. Not sure what the pavers, stepping stones, are made of. Leura's gorgeous, isn't it, Renee? Lovely to see you too, and thanks for joining me this morning. Yeah, we've got warnings everywhere, and I've already had a slight slip this morning, and we don't want to repeat episodes from past tours, do we now? Hi, David. Hi, Bonnie. All right, we've just kicked over. Let me move away because there's people moving up the path here, and I'll turn the camera around so you can see me. Alrighty. Okay, good morning, everyone. My name's Lynn, for anyone who hasn't met me before, and we're meeting today in Leura at the Leura Gardens Festival, which runs over this long weekend. It's a holiday Monday here in Australia. Australia or just New South Wales? Might be just New South Wales. And it's commemorating Labor Day, which is when the working day was designated to be an 8-hour day. So we have a public holiday for that event on the first Monday in October. All right, let me just go back and see. They're made of slick rock. Yes, I think you're right, Kari. Hi, Ashley. No, I promise, Jane, I am going to be so careful. Hi, Renee. Oh, thank you, Renee. Okay, so before we begin, I do want to just acknowledge that we're meeting today on the traditional lands of the Darug and Gundungurra people and pay respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Thank you, Renee. I really do appreciate your support. Okay, let's start having a look around this gorgeous property. So again, where possible, I've already been advised that where possible to walk on the grass, and you wouldn't normally do that. It's counterintuitive, isn't it? We normally stick to the paths and stay off the grass, but in this weather they advise actually steer clear of the paths where possible. So let me just very carefully get down these steps and then I'll be able to focus on chat again. Just a second. All right, we're going to walk across the grass here. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Thanks, Renee. And did I say good morning, Chantel? Good morning, Regina. This is a nice little postcard here with the cherry blossoms just peeking down into the top of the frame. Hi, Laurel. I am not going to tiptoe through those tulips, Kari. I'm going to stay off the garden beds. But we will go over very close to them. And I think I've changed my mind. I'm not going to go that way because that involves jumping down off a wall. Let's not do that, huh? Okay, we'll go around the other way. But you're welcome to sing to it if you like, Kari. Oh, Sue, I do sympathise with everyone in the Northern Hemisphere that's been going through drought. Everything's all topsy-turvy and upside down at the moment, isn't it? Normally it's dry here. I just want to show you these gorgeous azaleas. It's a variety I've never seen before. It's so dainty. Look at this. I'm going to zoom in on it. Let me just tuck that umbrella underneath my chin. What a lovely little azalea that is. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Esther. And hi, Caroline, if I missed you. So, yes, we're walking alongside the azaleas here. And if I'm going slow, everyone, it's because this path is quite treacherous. Let's take you past the fountain over here first before we get to the tulips. So today I'm going to do 3 tours. There'll be roughly an hour, then an hour's break. So in my time, we've got 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock. And my ticket that I've bought for the whole garden festival allows me to visit all the gardens all weekend if I choose to, which is really lovely. Old-fashioned azalea. Yeah, it's not so big and showy as some of the new varieties now, is it? So this is called the Bacchus Fountain. And it's a little bit of folly. Let me just read the information to you so you know what it's about. I'll get you a nice postcard from here first of all. Hi Judy, hi Anna. So the Bacchus Fountain was carved by the respected Danish sculptor Otto Steen to complement the garden theatre erected in 1938. Steen's whimsical impression of Bacchus continues the style he used in 1936 for a terracotta mural in the dining room of the house. Now, I understand that we are going to be able to get into the house. Let's see how we're going for time, but hopefully we'll be able to have a peek inside the beautiful National Trust house here. But this is the Bacchus Fountain. And I just wanted to, I can see that my signal's gone down a little. Hi, Camillo. I'm not sure what sort of a face he's pulling there. All right, so over here, this is where we get to look down from the balcony, down over the property. The property is, I think it's 13 acres. And we may attempt to go down some of those parts. Well, again, we'll see how we're going for time. But there's so much to this property that we won't even need to, I don't think. We're surrounded by a little pocket of acanthus here. And for anyone who doesn't know what acanthus is, they feature on the top of Greek columns. All right, so let's go see these tulips. Now that we're back on flat ground. I'm trying a bit of an experiment today too. Hago's rolled out a new feature and it allows me to push this tour to Facebook Live as well. I have absolutely no idea whether that's being successful or not. I won't find out till later. So who knows? We might have several people watching us on Facebook Live. And if you are joining me from Facebook Live, hi there and welcome. Hi Costas, hi Bob, hi Lee. So look at these gorgeous, gorgeous tulips here. Let me just get down low and zoom in for you. And get that umbrella out of the way. There, look at this. How gorgeous. Hi, Bob. You're in Annette's part of the world. And hi, Joan. Okay. This is actually heading back up towards the main entry gate, and there's a reason why I want to go back up here. There's a lovely gate I want to show you. Let's see, do you want the seat in or out? Get the seat. Let's get the seat in this way, and then we'll try again. Thanks for the follow, Lee. Hi, Joan. And hi from, hello to you in Canada, Matthew. These ones look like they're a little bit later to open. And of course, if there's anyone on the tour who hasn't been on one of my tours before and you're enjoying yourself so far, hit that follow button so that you get notifications of future tours. Thanks, Brittany. And thanks, Matthew. And there's another one of these gorgeous little tiny, teeny tiny little azaleas rather than the big showy ones. How gorgeous is that? And listen to the rain. Listen to the rain. Oh, not today, Renee. I briefly glimpsed at it on my tour on Thursday, but I'm planning to do the Leura village tour again because it was so fabulous. Let me know what's the best day for you or best time of day, because we were able to go into Josephine's, the chocolate shop, and see all the beautiful chocolate, and we were able to go into the timber woodworking shop and see all the gorgeous timber. So it was absolutely gorgeous, the Leura tour, and I definitely want to do it again. All right, let's just show you quickly this gate that I'm talking about, and then we'll head down into the gardens. Yes, Bob, it's spring. See, we're just starting our second month of spring, 1st of October here. In Australia, we take our, I'm just trying to find it. Oh, there it is. We take our seasons from the 1st of the month rather than the equinoxes and solstices. So I just wanted to show you this fabulous gate. This is the Adam and Eve gate. Now, let me see if I can get it. It's tricky trying to get a good background for you so that you can see it properly. How does that look? It's a bit tricky. All right, so yes, that's the Adam and Eve gate, which I think is wonderful. Whew. Here's some Daphne. It smells wonderful. Who loves Daphne? I just love the scent of it. I wish you could smell it. How far away from smell-o-vision do you think we are? Okay, we'll go. Here's some pieris. I've never seen a pieris this big before. Yeah, I think it prefers the cooler climates, Renee. I have one in my... Well, actually, I have two. I have one that's thriving next to our driveway, and I have one that's doing very badly because it's in almost permanent shade and it's very leggy. And I'm just tossing up whether to try and cut it back or rip it out altogether. This is the hellebore walk. So I've got some hellebores down here in quite muted colours. Hi, ABC, and hi, Sophia. Okay. We're going to dive down into the main part of the garden where the the pool and the house are very shortly, and the cherry blossom walk. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that, Jane. Okay, there's a little bird bath up here. Just see if I can get it framed beautifully. So the property was commissioned and designed by a Belgian industrialist by the name of Henri van der Velde, and built between 1915 and 1938. And he enlisted the skills of a worker by the name, I love the moss too. The worker's name was Paul Sorensen, and Paul Sorensen is well known, I nearly took another slip, for many of the gardens around Leura. Okay, here we get a little peek. We'll get down to that level shortly. Okay, that's just a tease. So Paul Sorensen, when he wasn't working here, building all these magnificent dry stone walls here, hi Dolores, he was knocking on doors in the neighbourhood and asking if anyone wanted some garden work done, landscaping work done. So the end result is that many of the gardens around Leura are beautiful because of that, because he used to go around knocking on doors. Hi Francis. And many of the Leura gardens have these fabulous dry stone walls. And we're going to see some more of those gardens during the course of the day. But over here we have basically a picture window. Oh, now, is this a dead end? I hope it's not a dead end. Oh, that's right. Let me just turn this way first of all. There's some, just a tiny little show of tulips in this garden here. And this beautiful lawn with the original pool and the house over there. That's not the main house, that's the artist studio. Down here on the lower level is the main Everglades house. Black tulips, yes, or very dark. Would you say that's a burgundy? They're pretty, aren't they? Hi, Mary Lou. Deep purple, possibly, yes. I can't decide if it's a purple or a dark burgundy red. All right, some more treacherous steps. This is where we're headed now. This is the back of the Bacchus fountain. And this is the picture window. Now, when there's no mist in the valley, you sit on that seat there and you are framed with the Jamison Valley in the background. But I need to get down there first, and these steps are very wet and slippery, so let me pay attention to where I'm putting my feet for a moment. Let this person get past. Okay, we have brick steps now. I don't know if that's better or worse. Yes. It's nature conspiring against me. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Isn't this wonderful? I think that's just extraordinary. I can see my camera's on a little bit of a tilt. Sorry about that. But if you do take a postcard, most photo applications these days have an ability to straighten a photo. Thank you, Deborah, and thank you, Renee. Renee extended some wonderful hospitality to myself and my elderly parents when I was in her neighbourhood on a tour one day. And we had the most amazing cheese scones. Oh, I must get the recipe off you, Renee. They were amazing. So you get an idea here. Unfortunately, we've got the mist in the valley, but you can imagine sitting here and having your portrait taken on a beautiful sunny day with just the Jamison Valley as your backdrop. I'm Musisi, and did I miss anybody? If I did, welcome. I can see that my signal has dipped down to 1 bar. Okay. Anytime that happens, I like to move quickly to a different location. So this is the Wisteria Walk, but there's no wisteria out just yet. We're a little bit early. This crazy weather is throwing everything out. The cherry blossoms in Leura aren't out yet. Everything's just gone crazy. 1 bar, so we're going to keep moving. Hate when that happens. So here we go. We get to see a little glimpse of what the Jamison Valley looks like from here. There's rhododendrons coming out in the foreground, and we have the forest, the eucalyptus forest in the background. And on a clear day, you could see for miles. You could probably almost see Jane's place and wave to her from here. Okay, more slippery rocks. We'll avoid those. Let's go and have a look at the pool. Hi, Ahmad. You hear my feet? Squish, squish, squish. Here's these tulips we saw from up above. Some gorgeous little, again, as I said, I don't know if they're bluebells or hyacinths. Someone suggested they're probably bluebells. And these really dark tulips here. Look at those. Bluebells. Thanks, Renee. Okay. Look at this cherry blossom. Looks like quite an old one, leaning out over the pool. And there's a bird in there. Just trying to see what sort it is. I think it's a wattle bird. But he's moving a bit too quickly. I'm not going to try and zoom in on him. You might be able to see the movement. Okay, let's get this lovely reflection. Hi, Gina. Let's zoom in on that for you. Okay, if I go around this way, we'll get the cherry blossom in the reflection as well. Okay, zoom out a little bit. Let's see. I love reflection photos. Hi, Angel. Looks like we're not going to get them both in at the same time. There's the cherry blossom there. Yeah, it's making it a bit tricky. It needs a little bit more room to get the cherry blossom in. But that sculpture's quite lovely, isn't it? I want it without the window. I think the best spot was back where I was before when we had the plain wall. Did everyone manage to get a shot of that okay? And now we've got rain falling on the pool. There we go. I think that's about the best I'm going to get. All right. So we've got the galleries open. I'm not going to go there though because we're focused on the garden. But this is where the squash court used to be. So the squash racket court. Here we go. A rare example of a private squash court. My camera's just being a little bit... Especially important for its modernist design. Here, Velde's love of sport and new design ideas combined. In front of the squash court is a simple rectangular swimming pool. Was set in a smooth plain of lawn, broken only by the eucalypt on its plateau for sunbaking. There we go. So that tells you a little bit about this part of the property. Thank you. Okay, so we come to another terrace. And one of the first of the sculptures on the property. So the sculpture that's in my picture that I've used as the banner picture for the tour itself, has anyone worked out what that child is doing in that sculpture? None of them have any plaques or labels on them, so you kind of have to guess what they're all about. The one in my banner pic is a child picking a bindi out of his foot. Does anyone need me to explain what a bindi is? Of course, Renee and Jane and Rhonda and Judy all know what bindis are. And Don. Yes, exactly, Kari. So bindis or bindi eyes, it's a seed that was brought out to Australia. This is my understanding. I could be wrong about this. Brought out to Australia because it's meant to be a very tender plant that was used as fodder. You just see the maple starting to come out here. Fodder for cattle because it's very tender and grows well in a wide variety of conditions. But what happened when it got to Australia was that the harsh climate caused the seeds to become very hard and pointy, so that when you walk along your beautiful green lawn, that bindis have managed to take this is an unintentional pun, foothold in. Those little spiky bits cause great pain when they stick in the bottom of your foot. Oh, I can't get my umbrella through here. And that's exactly what he's doing. The statue, which we're just coming up to now, is of a young person pulling a bindi out of his foot. This is a little kitchen garden here. Let me go and show you that statue in a moment, but let's walk through here first. We've got a young lemon tree by the looks of it, and some brassicas and celery. So there's a restaurant and cafe just behind me in the ground floor of the house, and this is their kitchen garden. And there's the beautiful house. All right, so let's go see the boy pulling a bindi out of his foot. As an Australian, we can all relate to that. Here he is. Oh, sorry. I'm just in front of this lady trying to take a photo of him as well. That's a better angle. There he is. There's the boy pulling a bindi out of his foot. So relatable. All right. Where are we? Let me just orientate myself. So we could stop here and we could get tea, coffee for $2. Cakes, scones, jam and cream. That's not bad. $4, eh? That's a pretty good price. $7 for sandwiches. Great. So I might come back here for a snack after I finish my tour. We'll have a tea with scones and jam and cream, Judy. I think so. Let's just give these people some space. So there's another one of those Pieris flowers. I was calling it Pieris, but I just heard him say Pieris. I'm going to give in. Surrender to his superior knowledge. Hi, Laurie. Oh, I know, Judy. I'm on the constant lookout for tours and things and events and stuff that I can bring to everybody. And then you look at the weather and you just go, oh, am I ever going to be able to? And I missed out. I can't believe this. I have to share this with you because I'm so disappointed. For a month, it's just finished last weekend. For a month, there was a painted sculpture trail. You know how Alex did his koalas and he did his oo-oos and various people have done giraffes and what have you. There were whale tails. Are you kidding me? I mean, I think I'm signed up to every notification imaginable and I did not know about the whale tails. Anyway, look at that beautiful crabapple tree there. Isn't it stunning? Whale tails would have been fabulous. I know everyone would have loved that. So I'm so disappointed I didn't know about it. But we've got a dry stone wall. A dry stone wall with pansies growing out. Anyway, you can't be everywhere, I suppose, can you? Let's see if we can get an interesting shot looking along this wall here. Here we go. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I like that. Here's our cherry blossom walk. I'm getting very wet feet on this grass. We've had so much rain. It's like a swamp walking on this grass. Okay, one bar, let's get moving. If these people would move out of the way, I'll try and see if I can get them out of the frame. Oh, I've literally walked into a 2-inch puddle. Oh well. Look at this. Wet feet for the rest of the day. Well. I love this big pot. Right, what have we got down here on the lower level? More bluebells. Lovely garden setting if it was fine weather. Look at that. Imagine you could just bring your tea cup of tea and scones and sit down here under this lovely tree overlooking the eucalyptus forest. Look at the mist rising through the forest there. Listen to the rain. Oh, and that would be lovely, Judy. How lovely would that be, just to sit there and sit there in the sun with tea and scones. It would be so magical. Delightful. So here's that statue we saw a little earlier. I'm not sure what he's doing. It looks like he might be getting ready to run, perhaps. And we'll look back the other way along this wall. Sorry, the chat's just blocking the screen, so I can't see exactly where the wall ends and the house, but I think this looks okay. I can hear currawongs down in the valley. I love the call of currawongs. Look at this. Does anyone know what this is called? I love it. It's beautiful. All right, let's avoid that puddle. All right, let's see where we can head to next. Where are we off to next? I hear kookaburras. Here's another one of these gorgeous, what do you call them? I think this is, what does this depict? I'm not sure what it depicts. Maybe, oh, it looks like a peacock. It looks like a peacock. Now, what's the fellow doing? Is he trying to catch the peacock? Let's see if they can get the head contrasted against a better background. That's a bit better, I think. Maybe that's the chef. What do you think? Is that the chef trying to catch a peacock? I wasn't aware you could eat peacock. Well, I guess you can eat anything if you're hungry enough. All right, I'm going to poke my nose in through the door of this house, but I don't think we'll go in because I've got my wet feet and wet umbrella. But look at the balustrade and the staircase there. Yeah, but we're not going to go in. Wet and muddy feet. Hi, AB. Did you join twice? And hi, Teresa. All right, what's down here? I think we'll chance these stairs. Let me see. These stairs are they've got a lot of grip. They've been rendered. I'm much happier about these stairs.
Daddy, I need to go myself. Put your jacket on, it's raining. Okay. Go up to Daddy with Emma, okay? We're just going to the toilet.
All right, what's out here? Oh, look at these. Here's some more of those black tulips. Oh. Sorry, guys. Standing right outside the amenities with the the hand blower going. Okay, I'm going to give it up to you guys. So we can go down that way Yeah, have a look at these garbage bins. They're uniquely Australian. I don't think so. All right, so down this direction we've got Banksias, and it looks like it heads down perhaps on a native bush path. And then off to my left over here, not sure exactly where that goes. So how about we give it 30 seconds starting from now, and you tell me left along this path or down right. Rhonda's going left. Jane's going left. Jane's going left. We've got lots of votes for left. Matthew left. This looks like a consensus, everyone. Okay, Marie. I'm easy either way. Okay, great. Let's go left. We've got a consensus. We'll go this way. So first of all, we get to see the house from down at this angle here. I love all the windows. It's obviously optimized for the view, which is fantastic. And that's where the kitchen garden is, just behind that hedge. And now we're in amongst the azaleas. Look here. We've got this beautiful old Banksia, the Australian native Banksia tree, surrounded by these exotic azaleas. Gorgeous. And again, Australian native tree fern, huddled in amongst these absolute wall of azaleas here. Hey, now I've got a signpost. Look at this. We've got the Glades. I'm not sure what the Glades has. We've got the terrace view. I think we might go down to the terrace view, which that looks like that is there. We'll go down this way. All right, I've hit 1 bar again, guys, so I've got to keep moving. And if it stays on 1 bar, I'm going to turn around and go back up. But there is a watercourse down here and cascades. So that's where I'm heading for. Okay, back to 2 bars, down to 1. Look at this gorgeous terrace here. Hi, Lan. Lan or Lan. It ends up at the same place. So since I'm pointed in this direction, we'll go this way. I just heard a whipbird. Whoop, nearly tripped. There's something on the path there. A bit of bark. Okay, can you see? Just in the background there, you get a glimpse of the rocks. You can hear the waterfall or cascades. And there's this fabulous, oh, look at this, timber carving. Which looks to me like, what sort of bird might that be? They are, Judy. I've only ever actually seen them once. You hear them constantly, but I've only ever seen them once. Oh, look. Oh, I've never been down here. We'll just go down to the bridge and then come back up. Eagles? They did look a bit like eagles, didn't they? Here, look at this. So this really highlights how the formal gardens just above us, literally, but right up to the national park and the Australian landscape here. Look at that. Gorgeous. Beautiful watercourse. Okay. Look down here. And there's another little bridge down there. So you could go further, walk down further into the valley. We're not going to go there today. Let's head back up this way. Hi, Louise. Everyone say hi, Louise. We're in beautiful Everglades gardens. Louise just shared some exciting news this morning. Louise, tell everyone where you're off to. I was only able to stay on your tour for 10 minutes, but long enough. I already knew, of course, but long enough for Louise to share some really exciting news about her next adventure. I'll just show you this beautiful crabapple here. Look at this. We're all off to Seoul. I can't tell you how excited I am, Louise. We spent almost a month there just before COVID hit, the end of 2019. And absolutely adored it. Yes, Louise in NZ is off to Seoul in South Korea. And she's taking us all with us. Isn't that amazing? It's fabulous. I'm all on my own down here. There's no one else. We've got this part of the gardens all to ourselves. All right, let's start heading back up again. This path does lead back up. So have you planned any tours yet, Louise, or they still need to be posted? Look how wet it is here. The path is just totally flooded at this point. Wait till you get there. Yeah, fair enough. Those two little Japanese maples down there look so pretty. I'm going to see if I can zoom in from this point. Have work around your coffee dates. I'm really excited about Gyeongju. We spent a few nights there, and we were there at the time of, oh my goodness, I've forgotten the name of the festival. But we managed to catch the festival, which was wonderful. Hi, Daniel. Oh, Jeonju. Okay. I thought you meant the city where the mounds are, the burial mounds of the kings. Right. Some of the names sound very similar. Okay. We've got some climbing to do. Here's another wood sculpture. Looks like the form of a woman. I'm going with, but not entirely sure. Yeah, I think, is it because you're using the app? I found that happens to me when I'm using the app. You think you've hit the send button. It doesn't appear to send. There appears to be a delay, and then you hit it again, and all of a sudden you've posted twice. That's my experience anyway. Oh my goodness, have I found a dead end? Which is the way out? Must be this way. Sorry, guys. Thank you. Aha. Yeah, not as much rain as you had this morning. All right, here we go. Back on the path. Excellent. So we'll go back up the top. Maybe go back to those tulips and give anyone who might have missed it a chance to take postcards where the tulips are. I love all the moss. Look at this. So pretty. Now all of a sudden we've got 5 bars again. Oh well. Here's that Bacchus fountain. Yes, the holiday long weekend. I know. It's a different kind of beauty when it's raining, isn't it? There's our Bacchus fountain again. And now we're back at the tulips. And we love having you, Judy. Oh, thanks for joining me, Mary Lou. And if you can join another tour later today, I'd love to have you. So about an hour from now, and then about 3 hours from now. Again, thanks for coming along. And if you enjoyed your tour, post your postcards in Hago Voyages. Tell your friends, bring them along. And, always, as I say, these tours are only made possible by continuing contributions, which allow me to get out there and do my research. Thanks, Rhonda. Yeah, 3 tours with me. I'm going to be absolutely knackered by the end of it. I'm going to get in closer. Absolutely. I'll get down low and across the top of them. Here we go. And then I'll walk around them as well. Just trying to decide if it's safe to put my umbrella down or not. Aren't they gorgeous? I love the colour. We've got predominantly red with a splash of yellow at this end. The other end, it's predominantly yellow with a splash of red. I'm going to zoom out to walk. Here's a pretty one. Whoops. Bear with me. It was a tissue moment. Sorry. Umbrella, gimbal, both hands occupied, and I needed I needed to have a tissue moment. There we go. Look at that one.
Stunning, Moo. What do you think?
Okay, I'm going to try and get down low here. Okay, one like that, and then I'll try and zoom in a little. So over there in the background is those deep pink miniature azaleas. Okay, let's zoom out again. So did you enjoy Everglades? This one doesn't need zooming in. Look at that. I think I'm stuck with my wet socks. I didn't have the foresight to bring spares. Never mind, it's okay. But yes, I will have a little break. I also need to make sure that everything is charged, ready for my next tour. And we're going to a garden called the Braes. And I believe, let me think, was it today or tomorrow? The owner may be giving a talk. I'm not sure. I need to double check on that. An introduction to her garden. And then back to these lovely azaleas. I need wellies. I do. I need gumboots. Everywhere I go lately, I'm getting wet feet. You'd think I'd learn, wouldn't you? Okay, tell you what we'll do. We're going to have a quick look at the gift shop because there's some lovely things in the gift shop. Let's go have a quick look in there before I finish up. And I'll be able to put my umbrella down. Do you know what? They actually do. They might be a little out of my price range, you know, tourist prices, gift shop prices, all that. But we'll have a look. Let's have a look at the socks. Hi, Noel. I'm just going to head into the gift shop if that's all right. Yes, of course. Thank you. I think I can see two of my children's former teachers. Is that Mrs. Way?
Oh, hello.
Hello. Say hello to my audience of 40 from overseas. These are all my school teachers. Can I squeeze by you? I've been into the gardens. I'm just going to look at the gift shop. Hi, Viv. How are you?
I heard you were back.
Yeah, briefly. We're here to get the house ready to sell.
Oh, you were.
Yeah, so... You know, I saw Mark Davies on the Explorer bus the other day.
We all went in. Where are you going once you've sold?
I have no idea. We might be living in a caravan for all I know at this point. Yeah. It's all right.
I know. I'm kept up to date at this.
Of course. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get back to my audience. You're all live. That's true, Sandy. I could always go there. Yep. Look at these gorgeous trivets. They're all laser cut timber. And then we've got these beautiful brooches. Look at those. Aren't they stunning? I love, look at this. This is the gum leaves one. And they're actually a really reasonable price. I think they're around about $30, I think. I looked at the price before I started the tour. Beautiful bookmarks. Look at that. This one's gorgeous. That's only $14. I think that's quite reasonable. Do they have a... Oh, yep. If anyone's interested in this sort of thing, there's the website and Instagram. And children's books, beautiful children's books here.
Oh, so nice. You've got a lovely smile.
And look at these tea towels. Oh, wonderful. We've got the Waratah flannel flowers. And black cockatoos, and gang cockatoos. They're pretty good prices, aren't they, Judy? I'm actually quite surprised. I would expect in a tourist shop to pay a lot more for this sort of item. And then these are cute. Look at this. This is a little activity. You buy this kit. I don't think this is an Australian product because they've got foxes and Welsh corgis and things as well. But that's what you can do. You can make the little figurine kangaroo. I don't think those ones were. Oh, let's have a look. That's because they've also got Tuatara, the New Zealand one. Visit eugy.com for more information, eugy.com. I don't think they're made in Australia, these ones. Can't see on here. Oh, no, made in China. There we go. Made in China. Secret Life of Trees. Let me just see. Moira Butterfield and Vivian Miniker. My gimble's gone wonky again. All right, where's the socks? Did I see socks? I thought I did. Oh, here they are. Here's the socks. You can have one with the stop it. Have one with a Hills hoist. Look at that. $23 for socks. Yes, exactly. All right, everyone, I'm going to come outside and sign off. It's just cracked an hour. I think that's long enough, isn't it? Let's finish up with the vision for this historic house and garden was conceived by Belgian-born Henri van der Velde, who purchased Everglades in 1933. Apparently it was an orchard that burnt down. He employed Danish landscape designer Paul Sorensen, who helped produce one of Australia's most significant gardens. So what did you think? Did you enjoy Everglades? You're welcome, Louise. No, I don't know Gorman socks. Thanks, Jane. I'll see you on the next tour. Let me just come over here by my car and sign off. Here's that gate again from the other side, the Adam and Louise gate. Adam and Louise. Louise! Adam and Eve gate. I'll have to have a look out for them. Even better that you didn't have to walk around in the rain. Yeah, I did that for you. Alrighty, there's my little car over there. Let's sign off in front of the daffodils and the tulips. There we go. All right, everyone. So that's the end of the first tour. I'm going to make sure all my gadgets and tech are charged and get ready for the next one in just under an hour from now. So see you soon. Okay. Bye for now. See you on the next tour.